Yeah. Well, as I look at community life and as you look at so-called leadership roles and responsibilities, in my judgment, every person has the potential to be a leader. And the kind of people you engage in any specific enterprise depends upon their skill and upon the particular mission or problem or issue you're trying to deal with. So if you're looking at providing additional recreational opportunities in the neighborhood and in the community, you look to different people for those skills. They're women and men who have talent, who have interest in kids, who have interest in service to others, and they can help implement the details of a broader mission. So they'll be providing leadership in their neighborhood, in getting together to develop a playground or to have a Meals on Wheels component for that community and so forth. But both the adults and the young people will be different than those you would try to mobilize if the challenge related to a hospital that was then trying to develop an outreach program with health services in a different way. So we'd have to involve people, women, men, again, who have a broader set of experiences, a different set of relationships which they can bring to the table, because all of us have friends, relationships, people with whom we deal, people with whom we play, people with whom we work, and so each of us can involve different folks in a given mission. So I just think there's potential for everyone, and that the best initiatives come closest to where the issue or the problem or the opportunity exists. And so the closer you can be to where the need, the opportunity exists, the closer you can be to having those people involved in making the key decisions. I always felt that you could never sit in Battle Creek and decide on what, let's say, a child care initiative ought to be in a given community. If you're thinking of Grand Marais up in Alger County in the Upper Peninsula, you think of a school system there, I think, with about 75 students, kindergarten through high school, and already busing kids 60 miles. There's a daycare need for youngsters, infants, early childhood periods in that community. The way in which Grand Marais develops a plan, though, has to be quite different than that which you're trying to deal with the same issue, early childhood care, in, let's say, a neighborhood in Detroit. So that the decisions, the details, so that the commonality of concern between the Kellogg Foundation would be a concern for the issue of child care, but not a prescription about how the community should deal with that issue. So I always said the Kellogg Foundation should be issue-oriented, not prescriptive, encouraging then, always our concern went back to the vision of W.K. Kellogg himself, who said that the Foundation's concern really was with the application of knowledge, mobilizing the information we already have available. We know in most areas of human concern, as a society, we know more than we're doing. We know more about what good education could be and should be than is generally experienced in all of the schools. We know more about what good health care can be and should be than is generally available. The challenge then always is to take the best of what's known and see how it can be applied most effectively in a specific situation. And so the details of implementing a program have to be localized, and that's where people, and not just women and men of all ages really, do have the ability to make and carry out those plans. No question in my judgment that they do have that capacity if they see the need and then are motivated to do something about it.